Here's an interesting fact. The employees that repair and maintain your most valuable equipment forget 70% of their training within a day of learning it. Repairing equipment is like any learned skill. What isn't practiced is lost, which is why on any given day, up to 40% of your employees are asking the internet how to do their jobs, which is obviously not ideal. But what's even more concerning is that the people who can do their jobs, the ones with the most practical hands-on experience, are leaving the workforce at an unprecedented rate. 1 in 5 employees will be retiring in the next few years, and this figure is growing rapidly. With that in mind, I want to introduce you to a solution we've developed that gives your employees the ability to learn and relearn the proper steps of equipment repair and maintenance whenever they need, from wherever they are, safely and securely. Sound impossible? It's called Coalesce. Let's take a look. This is the Coalesce Augmented Reality app. It allows your employees to put virtual equipment into a real-world space and then practice repair procedures exactly as they would in real life. Once you log in, you'll see the home screen. You can see all your virtual equipment, the training procedures you've been assigned to, as well as in-progress training for procedures you're still working through. You can scroll through your assigned training list to find the equipment you want. Let's choose ultrasound. Then scroll down to find the training procedures associated with this machine. Let's look at removing the motherboard from an ultrasound machine. Once you choose a training procedure, the camera on your device activates, showing you the space needed to place the virtual equipment in the real world. Once the virtual equipment is in place, the Coalesce app starts with any required safety steps, and then the training begins. As you can see, trainees can walk around the equipment exactly as they would the real thing. On-screen instructions then take them through each step of the procedure.
Remove the back panel for entry. No tools required.
You have the option to move the equipment on screen rather than walk around it.
Tap on the screw holding the cage to remove them using a Phillips head screwdriver.
At each step, the Coalesce app gives you the location, name, and shape of each part you need to adjust, as well as the correct tool to use.
Remove the cage gently. Rotate the knob holding the motherboard in place.
Because the virtual equipment is built from manufacturers' CAD scans, it's accurate right down to the screws, nuts, and bolts, so you can get as close as you need to. This is an intuitive way for trainees to acquaint themselves with equipment. What they see in the app prepares them for what they'll see in the real world.
Rotate the bottom knob. Gently pull out the motherboard from the ultrasound machine. Congratulations! You've finished your training.
We've successfully completed the procedure. Once a trainee has completed a procedure, they can take an evaluation to name and identify specific parts.
Find control panel on the machine by tapping on it.
So let's rotate the equipment. Tap the screen. And I can see the outline of the control panel highlighted on screen. Great. Correct answer.
Find monitor on the machine by tapping on it.
And again, tap the screen. Correct answer. Next, the app shows the trainee a part of the equipment and then asks them to identify the name from a multiple choice list. I can see the part highlighted on the screen. That looks like the sonic board clip, so tap the screen. Great, correct answer. Now, if a trainee answers incorrectly, they can see the mistake immediately. The final step requires a trainee to complete a half-finished procedure. So this is the motherboard removal procedure, and looking at the virtual equipment, the back panel has been removed, so I just need to remove the panel here. Wrong answer. I remember now. Before I can remove the panel, I need to remove the screws. Then I remove the panel. And then I remove the motherboard. Wrong answer. Looks like I need some more practice. Now, this technology is designed for field service and equipment maintenance, but it works equally well for any kind of training. Whether you're onboarding new employees, assigning new responsibilities, teaching new skills, or just providing operational insights, the Coalesce app enables on-demand training and education throughout your organization. It gives your employees access to training resources anytime, anywhere, and as often as they'd like. It covers the training needs for a full life cycle of your equipment. So when you upgrade your equipment, your employees can upgrade their knowledge. Given the logistical costs of a real-world training center, the Coalesce app can reliably reduce the company's training costs by up to 85%. What's more, it eliminates the safety concerns of training on potentially hazardous equipment and gives companies more confidence in their training programs. What once seemed impossible is now possible with Coalesce.